What's up everyone, this is Ivan Juwezan, your physical education instructor, and welcome to another fitness video.
Every sport has a set of basic skills associated with it, and volleyball is a sport that requires you to master a complex skill set. For today's video, we are going to know the basic fundamental skills in volleyball. The first one is serving. Every play in volleyball starts with a serve. This is why you will often see a lot of strategy used by servers. The first one is the underhand serve. An underhand serve is a type of serve in which the player holds the ball in one hand, swings the other in an arc motion below the waist, and strikes the ball from the bottom with a fist to put it in play. An overhand serve in volleyball is a serve in which the player tosses the ball with one hand and strikes it in the air above their head with the other hand. In performing the overhand serve, step forward with your dominant foot and keep the toss in line with your hitting shoulder. As you step forward, throw the ball high into the air and slightly forward with your dominant hand. Flick your wrist when tossing the ball to create a spin on the ball. The jump serve is a type of serve where the serving player increases power and serve height by jumping to hit the ball. The extra motion generated in a jump serve allows the server to put additional power on the ball, and this can make the serve very difficult to handle for the receiving team. In performing the jump serve, place the ball in the right hand and then toss the ball high and several feet in front of you. Use an abbreviated attack approach, swing both arms behind you and then forward and up while stepping forward with the left foot and then a quick hop. Jump up and forward, making sure to take off behind the end line. Contact the ball at the top of your reach and the top of your jump. The next basic skill is receiving. By far, one of the most basic skills in volleyball is receiving. This is when a player contacts the volleyball with their forearms and redirects the ball to one of their teammates. A good defensive stance when receiving the ball is to have bent knees, body leaning forward at the waist with the weight of the body slightly forward, and arms bent out in front but hands not clasped together. This position makes it easier to move towards the ball. Receiving the ball properly is one of the most important skills because it's usually the first of the 3 ball contacts the team makes. A good receive will make it easier for the setter to get a good setup to the hitter. A bad receive makes it a lot harder to execute a good bump set spike play. Receiving is simply getting the ball to someone else on your team after it's been served or hit over the net by the opposing team. It is commonly thought of as the most important skill in all of volleyball because your team can't return the ball without a solid volleyball receive. Forearm volleyball receives are often used to direct the ball in a controlled manner to a teammate, but overhead passing is another option. Accurate and consistent receiving can result in an aggressive multiple attack. The next volleyball skill is setting. A set is a specialized type of volley. It is usually the second hit and it's intended to set up one of your teammates to attack the ball. So it is basically volleying the ball in a way that means the attacker can hit the ball over the net. Getting it on target is the most important factor when setting the ball. You will also need to volley it high enough that the hitter has time to do their full approach, but not so high that they are just waiting and waiting, which also give the blockers on the other team lots of time to get in place. A good set is actually about a foot away from the net. This gives the hitter enough room to follow through with their whole arm swing and gives them enough room to land without touching the net. The next one is spiking. Hitting or spiking is when a player jumps up and hits the ball with one arm overhead swinging motion, contacting the ball squarely with their slightly open hand. The intent of a hit is pure power. Jumping helps generate more power and momentum. A skilled player also aims the ball around the block and targets the area of the opposing team's playing area that they think has the weakest defense coverage. The basic technique for delivering a hit actually begins with your feet, known as the spiking approach. Start by taking a big step with your non-dominant foot, then a big second step with your right foot. Then plant your left foot beside your right foot and jump. Taking those first two big steps help give you more power and height. When you're attacking the ball, remember that no part of your body is allowed to touch the net or land on the other side of the net. This is especially important as the hitter because the momentum from your jump can actually give you less control for where you are landing. That is why you want to be extra mindful of where you start your jump so that you give yourself enough space to land on your side of the court and also to swing your arm with enough to follow through so that you're not swiping the net after you've contacted the ball. Being able to attack the ball well is a critical volleyball skill, as most points in volleyball are scored by a successful attack. You don't have to be the best power hitter and get all the killer spikes. A well-timed and well-placed tip or roll shot has just as much chance of scoring the point. The last one's skill is blocking. Probably one of the most straightforward name skills. A block is a defensive play when a player jumps at the net to block the hit from coming onto their team's side of the net. The key secret of blocking is timing. There are other factors related to a great block. You want to keep your fingers splayed as wide as possible to cover as much space as you can. And since the hitter is trying their hardest to hit around or above your block, you want to keep an eye on their shoulder to try to determine where they are aiming. This way, you can adjust your hands to put them in front of the ball more accurately. When blocking the volleyball, remember that no part of a player's body can touch the net, either when they are jumping up or when they are landing. That's it. These are the basic fundamental skills in volleyball.